We are live. Hello. Welcome to Monday Beginner's Flow. We will get started in just a couple minutes. Won't we, Alice? Oh, you can't really see her from there. Get me a little closer. Good evening. We've got another visitor. Come here, little guy. Oh. Great. Gang's all here. Oh, yes. Stretch with your butt directly at the camera. That is perfect. Cat party. The cat party is ended. Now it is just an Alice party. It is very dark out. The time changed yesterday, so now it is dark at 5 p.m. It's kind of nice though, cozy. I no longer have suns blinding me during class, so that's, bright side. Or a dark side, I guess. All right, 2 minutes. No props are really needed for today, but if you have 2 blocks, sticking those up by the top of your mat, they might come in handy. They're always nice to have. And we are going to start lying on our backs today. So if you're here early, you could lie down and get ready. Yeah. I'm going to pull the chat up here. Yeah, perfect. All right, we'll get started in just a couple seconds, so I'll do my little introduction. Welcome to Beginner's Flow. My name is Rachel. We are here every Monday at 6 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time now, because the time changed, for a 30-minute flow. Tonight we're going to be working on a lower body burn. This is going to be very glute focused. It's going to be a fun time. We will start today lying on our backs. Alice, I need some space. All right, so we're going to plant the feet comfortably close to your butt. Feet are going to be hip-width distance apart and parallel. Arms can just relax by the sides for the moment. We're just going to take 3 breaths here to kind of ground and begin. Start by taking a big inhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Take 2 more breaths here on the ground at your own pace. All right. And start to notice this natural curve you'll have in your low back. We're going to tuck the tailbone to try and make that curve go away. So exhale, push the low back into the mat. Squeeze the glutes, and we're going to lift the hips up to a straight line bridge, maintaining that tuck. So we have lots of length into the low back. Arms are relaxed by the sides. And then inhale, lower back down 1 vertebrae at a time. Trying to start with the upper back, mid back, and low back. Great, we'll do that again. With an exhale, tuck and lift. Great. This time, see if you can come up onto the toes. Squeezing the glute here. And inhale to ripple back down, one vertebrae at a time. The heels will be the last thing to come down. Great, we're gonna do a couple more of those. Inhale, lift up, rise up on the toes, and lower back down. Try 2 more, moving with your own breath, trying to really notice each vertebrae of the spine as it makes contact with the ground. Great, on this last one, we'll rise up. This time, keep the heels grounded, and we're gonna hold here. So we're gonna try and isolate each side of our butt. So try to relax through the right butt cheek and tense just the left. So your hips might go slightly off center here, that's okay. And then we're gonna switch sides, squeeze just the right, let the left relax. And switch. And switch. So your weight's digging into the heels here. Continue to switch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Great, lower those hips back down. Hug the knees into the chest for a moment. Hands can come to the shins. Take a little rock side to side. And then we're gonna go back into that bridge pose. All right, let's replant those feet, get right back into it. Breath in at the bottom. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, lift the hips up. Great, from here we're gonna roll to the outer edges of the feet this time. So the knees are gonna open and then back to the bottoms of the feet. Roll to open and back. This really burns my outer glute. Keep going here for 10, 9, 8, 7, we've got 6. Keep squeezing the glute up and heels are, or keep squeezing the glute, hips are up nice and high for 3, for 2, and 1. Pausing in that flat foot position. So we're back in center, hips are lifted up. We're gonna go up and down an inch for 10. Just going up and down an inch, so you're just relaxing and then re-squeezing the glutes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips back down. Great, let's take a windshield wipe with those legs, letting them fall over to the left and then the right. Great, we've got about 15 seconds here to windshield wipe. If you want, you can kind of hold in one side for a twist before sweeping over to the other. And we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great, hug those knees back into your chest. Hands are gonna slip into the knee pits. And we're just gonna take a rock up to a seat. Great. We're gonna come right to a tabletop position. So tuck those legs off to one side. And we'll make our way to all fours, hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Spread the hands nice and wide. Externally rotate through the shoulders, shining the elbow pit forward. We'll warm up the spine with a few cat-cows here. Inhaling to reach the heart space forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale to round and contract. Press the ground away. Great, spend a couple breaths here, moving between these 2 positions. Last round. And then we'll meet back in a neutral spine. Great, from here, let's tuck the right toes and send that leg straight. So the foot's gonna stay in contact with the ground and the toes are tucked. From here, shifting gently forwards and backwards, getting a little stretch into the calf and some movement into the wrist. You can make this easier on the wrist by walking the hands forward a touch, or make it more challenging and more of a stretch by walking the hands back so the shoulders are planching further past the wrists. I'm going to stick with a neutral point for now. Last 3, 2, 1. Slow those shifts to a stop. Engage the core, press the ground away, ribs are knitting together. So we don't want to be arching through the back here. We're going to pick this right leg up, point it straight to the back of the room. Great. We're going to sweep it gently behind and tap the ground to the left. Pick it up, bring it back to neutral, tap the ground straight behind you. Pick it up, tap left, pick it up, tap straight. Great. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Ending in the leg pointing straight behind you. We're just going to pulse it up and down an inch. Squeeze the glute. Keep the core strong so we're not dumping into the low back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Lower that leg back down to your tabletop position, but we're not done with it yet. Keep grounding down through this left leg. We're going to open this right leg out to the right. I believe this is called a peeing dog. And then we're going to close it back to neutral. Keep it hovering off the ground. Open it up and lower. Great. Open, lower. We've got 2 more. Last one. Hold it open. Little pulse up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Bring that leg back down, but keep it hovering off the ground. We're going to step this right foot between the hands for a low lunge. You can grab your blocks if you like here. Inhaling up into that lunge, tucking the tailbone, squaring the hips. With an exhale, pulling back to a half split, straighten through the right leg, flex or point the foot. We'll spend 2 breaths here moving between these 2 positions, inhaling to the lunge and exhaling half split. 1 more, inhale forward, exhale back. Great, inhale back to that low lunge. We're going to stay there this time. You can ditch those blocks, tuck the back toes to lift that knee, and with an inhale, rise up to your high crescent lunge. Awesome. Got a nice tuck in the tailbone here. Hips are square, arms are reaching up overhead. Take an inhale, extend through the fingers. And with an exhale, hinging the torso forward, arms sweep along the side, flying lunge. Keep driving this knee out. Don't let the right knee cave in towards center. Great. From here, you can bend into the arms, bring them to heart center or to hips. We're going to step this left foot forward next to the right very softly, and then step it back to your lunge. Step it forward and back. So almost no weight is coming into this left leg. Keep driving through this right leg. We've got 2, and last 1. Great. Step that left foot up next to the right. We're going to meet right in a chair position. Knees are bent, hips sit back. Let's sweep the arms up along the ears. With an inhale, take a little pulse, lower down an inch. Exhale, drive it up to standing, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, sit back, pulse, pulse. Exhale, up. 1 more. Inhale back, pulse, pulse. Exhale, stand. Great, relax at the top. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Inhale, ripple up to find a halfway lift, lengthening through the spine. Hands can come to the shins. And exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step it back to your plank. And then right away, we'll lower the right knee to the ground. So we're going to keep this left leg back, toe tucked, going right back into those shifts forwards and backwards. Now we can do the other side. Great, we've got 3, 2, and 1. Slow those to a stop. Let's point through this left toe, really knit the ribs together, press into the ground so we're not arching through the back here. As you squeeze the glute to lift the left leg up, tap it to the right, lift it up, tap it right behind you. Great, lift, tap, and back. We're doing a total of 5, so we've got 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Great, finishing with this left leg pointed straight behind you. We're gonna go up and down an inch. Squeeze the glute for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Bend into this left knee. We'll bring it back down next to the right, hover it off the ground, and then engage the outer glute to open this left leg out to the right, knee bend. Peeing dog. It's a graceful name. We got 5 of these. Lower and open. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep it up. Little pulse for 5, 4. These are the worst. 3, 2, 1. Lower it back down, and we'll step this left foot between the hands. Inhale up into your low lunge. And with an exhale, we'll pull it back to a half split, straightening through the left leg, pointing or flexing the foot. Ardha Anumanasana. We'll spend 2 breaths here, moving between these, inhaling forward, opening the hip flexor, exhaling back, opening the hamstring. Last round. And meeting back in that low lunge position. You can ditch those blocks. Tuck the back toe to lift that knee. And inhale to rise up to your high crescent. So we're not in a super deep stance here. We want a nice bend in this back leg. Square the hips to the front, tuck the tailbone. Reach the arms up along the ears. And with an exhale, hinge the torso forward, arms sweep along the side, flying lunge. Great. Pressing strong into this front foot, making sure that knee is not caving into center, but driving out. I like to bend into my arms here, bring them to heart center or to hips as we set up for our taps forwards and backwards. Right leg is gonna pick up, tap next to the left, and then step back. Great. Keep going. We're doing a total of 5. Want almost no weight to be taken into this right foot. My left thigh is burning. Last 2. Last 1. Meeting back with this right foot step next to the left, right into a chair pose. Knees are bent, hips are back. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up along the ears. Take a little pulse up and down an inch. Exhale, drive it up to standing, squeeze the glute. Again, inhale, sit back, pulse. Exhale, stand. Last one. Inhale, pulse. Exhale, stand. Great, you can shake that off at the top. And then inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips, take it down. Inhale, lengthen everything out, halfway lift. And exhale to fold, plant the hands, step it back to your plank, and then we'll lower the knees to the ground, tabletop position. All right, we've got one more sequence left to do on each side, so take a sip of water. And then we'll get going. All right, I'm meeting back in your tabletop position. Whenever you're ready, we're gonna lower the left forearm to the ground, parallel to the short edge of your mat. Right hand is gonna plant. We'll tuck the right toes and extend back through that leg like we did at the beginning for our shifts. Great, but we're gonna pick this leg up off the ground, keep the flexed foot, and open the hips to the right. Squeeze the glute to lift this right leg up high. Awesome. With an inhale, bend into this right knee. See if the knee can come close to tap the tricep. Exhale, send it back. Squeeze the glute. Nice flex in the foot. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, send it back. Awesome. Inhale in. Exhale back. Great. Try 2 more. Last one. Inhale in. Exhale, send it back. This time, keep it up nice and high. We're going to pulse up and down an inch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up as high as you can for 5, 4. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Lower that right knee back down. And we're going to sit over onto this left hip. So just rolling off to the side here. So we're sitting on our left hip. Legs are going to come to a clamshell position. So the heels are going to be in line with your butt. You can lower down a little more onto this left arm, and left hand can support the head. We're going to connect the toes, pick both of the shins up off the ground. Great. Open up to your clamshell. Toes connected, knees separate. Great. Now we're going to do a little internal and external rotation. So separating the toes, try to tap the knees, but keep the toes apart. And then tap the toes, separate the knees. So we're internally rotating, tapping the knees, externally rotating, tapping the toes. Try 2 more. Tap knees, tap toes. Tap knees, tap toes. Great, let's hold in this toe tap position. Open and close the clamshell. So the toes are going to stay connected as the knees close. And then we open up wide, squeeze the outer glute. Great, we've got 4, 3, 2, and last one, hold it open. Squeeze that outer glute for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great, close that up and relax everything to the ground. Awesome. Let's roll it over onto the stomach and press up to your tabletop position. And we'll set up for the other side. Picking up this right arm, right forearm comes parallel to the short edge of the mat. Left hand stays planted. Tuck the left toes, extend back through that leg. Pick the left leg up, strong flex into the foot, and open the hips to the left. Awesome. Squeeze the glute to lift this leg up nice and high, keep that flex. And with an inhale, bring it in, knee tries to tap the left tricep. And then exhale, send it back, squeeze. Inhale in, exhale back. Great, we're doing a total of 5, so we've got 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Great, keep it back. Squeeze the glute up and down an inch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up as high as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great, lower that leg down, and we're going to sit off onto the right hip this time. You can lower a little more down onto this right arm so the hand supports the right head, bending into the knees, heels in line with your butt. Great, connect the toes, point through the toes. We're going to open up to a clamshell. Both shins are lifted up off the ground. Actually, I'm going to turn to face you. There we go. Awesome. So we're going to do our internal and external hip rotation. Separating the toes, tap the knees, internal. Separate the knees, tap the toes, external. Great. Internal, external. 3 more. Internal, external, internal, external. Last one, internal, external. Keeping that external hold, toes are connected. We're going to close this clamshell, And exhale, open. Keep the toes connected. Squeeze that outer glute to open this as wide as you can. Closing and opening. 3 more. Close, open, and close, and open. Great. Hold it open for 5, 4, squeeze that glute, 3, 2, 1. Great. Close that. Relax everything to the ground. I'm going to go back to the top of my mat. And whenever you're ready, you can roll over onto the stomach. Plant the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes. We'll press it up to a tabletop position and send it back to a child's pose. You can take parallel legs or toes together, knees wide. Reach the arms forward. Melt the forehead down towards the mat. You can also stick a block under there for support. Just gonna take a breath in here. Exhale, walk the hands over to the right. Get a little side body stretch. Taking it to the other side. Inhale, walk through center. Exhale, over to the left. Great. Inhale, take it back to center. Grip into the fingertips to pull you up out of that child's pose. We'll sweep the legs in front of you. Plant the feet the width of the mat. Hands come behind. Take a little windshield wipe side to side. Great. Next time both of the knees are pointed over to the right, we'll take it into a twist. Left hand picks up to find the right thigh. Take the gaze over the right shoulder. And we'll wipe that all the way over to the left. Windshield wiping the legs. Right hand picks up to find the left thigh. Gaze over the left shoulder. Great. Take that back to center, and we're gonna roll it down onto the ground. We've got one more little push to do for our last 5 minutes. All right, take those feet back to your bridge pose. Heels are comfortably close to the butt. Feet are hip-width distance apart and parallel. Tuck the tailbone. Exhale, lift up to your bridge. Arms can relax by the sides here. We're gonna do a little core challenge at the same time here. We're gonna see if we can pick this right leg up. Try to point it towards the sky. This does not have to be a perfectly straight leg. We wanna keep squeezing that left glute, keep the hips up nice and high, and we're gonna send this right leg away from us. As low as you can go, comfortably. Great. Once you've gone as low as you can, sweep it out to the right side. And all the way back up overhead. So we're drawing a big half circle. Sweep it away, out to the side, back to start. So you can also do this with a bent leg, just like this. Try 2 more. Keep squeezing that left glute, pressing into the left heel. Last one. Keep the hips up nice and high. And lower down. Great, replace that right foot on the ground. Take a second and we'll try the other side. All right, no time like the present. When you're ready, use your exhale. Lift the hips up. Left leg is gonna pick up to the sky. Keep those hips up nice and high. Squeeze the glute. Drive through that right heel. Send this left leg away from you. To the other side of the room. Great. Sweep it out to the left side and back to center. Send it away, out to the left, and back to center. We're doing a total of 5, so we got 3 more. You can take this as slow or as fast as you want. Last 2. Last one. And lower it back down. Hug those knees up towards the chest, take them wide. Hands can come to the shins, or you can take this into your happy baby, flexing the feet, showing the bottoms of the feet to the sky, reaching up to grab a pant leg, big toe, or outer edge of the feet. You're gonna take a little rock side to side here in whichever pose you're taking, massaging the low back. Great, take 2 more breaths here. And then you can relax those legs down, send them long. You can take any other little stretch here you might like, or settle into a Shavasana for our remaining 2 minutes. A figure 4 can be nice here, crossing ankle over thigh, flexing the feet, or maybe another twist, or maybe you are done and you want to stretch it out into a quick little Shavasana, using an exhale to relax the body into the mat. Wherever you are here, I will take this time now to thank you for joining me for today's flow. We're here every Monday for 30 minutes at 6 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time because the time changed. And if you enjoyed this class, please check out the link below for my Patreon. There are options there for as low as $3 or as high as $12.50, which is still pretty low, to support the content I make on here or to take more classes with me. Further coming up on Patreon this week, we have a weekly all levels flow every Thursday at 6 o'clock, which is open to whatever you guys want to work on. I'm always open to suggestions, or I'll come up with something fun. And then on Friday at 6 o'clock, we have a Pincha prep class. Pincha Mayurasana is a forearm balance. So we're going to be working towards that from a beginner standpoint. So if any of those interest you, check out the links below. You can join via recorded classes for $8.50 or join live for $12.50. Thank you for joining me today. Where is a cat for my cat tax? There we go. It's always Alice. She's always with me. Thanks for, oh, we're not focused, Alice. We gotta step back a second. Thanks for joining us today. You did a good job, Alice. Your lower body is sculpted. The cat tax must be paid. Awesome. Thanks. See you next Monday.